Are you doing this to punish me, Venom? Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to In My Sights by Paranoid DJ featuring Edward Bosco. This is a hell of a boss actually fan song about Stryker, and I know this because I did see the thumbnail. Plus, Edward Bosco, we know, is the voice of Stryker, among, I think, a couple other characters. The second voice of Stryker, to be specific, because he was originally voiced by Norman Reedus in his premiere, but obviously they weren't able to keep that up. They weren't able to keep getting him for future appearances. Because, it's probably not easy or cheap, especially with all the other stuff he has going on. But either way, we have a fan song by Paranoid DJ here, and I believe we've reacted to Paranoid DJ before. I just can't remember what the song or context was, but Venom, you know I don't like Stryker, right? Like, he's like one of my least favorite characters in all of Hell of a Boss, right? You chose this on purpose to fuck with me, right? Because seriously, for those who may not know for whatever reason, I can't stand Stryker. And it's not just like, oh, he's a terrible person and he annoys me because of that. No, I don't like him much as a character. I think he's just too uninteresting and bland. He's like this bigoted cowboy stereotype. And it's just, he just doesn't seem as interesting to me as other characters in the series that have a lot more depth and nuance. And I don't know if they plan to give Stryker more nuance, but as of current, he's just detestable. Like, there's nothing more to him. Like, you have other antagonists in the series, like Veronica, who have so much more depth to her and is just a better overall written character. And it's just, I don't see the appeal in Stryker. Hell, I like Andrelphus more than Stryker. Andrelphus has more to him. He's at least entertaining. He's at least fun. Stryker is just, I just kind of get annoyed every time I see him. Plus, it also doesn't help that, like, for both of the first two seasons, my least favorite episodes are the Stryker episodes. The ones I rewatch the least. It's just, I don't really think they're that good of episodes comparatively either. They're not, like, bad. I don't think I'd count any episode of Hell of a Boss to be bad. But they're definitely my least favorite. And that's not including the pilot, because I do think the pilot is bad. But that's not an episode, But yeah, this is one of those cases where it's like, I'm getting this out of my list at this point. Because this has been on my list for quite a while, and I just want to get it off of there. I just want to get it done and over with. From what I remember, like, which is almost nothing because I can't even remember what the other song would have been for Paranoid DJ. It's like, I had nothing against their music. I had, like, no dislike of it. It's just, when you have a fan song, you do have to take the subject material into account as well, and that does affect my enjoyment of things. It's like, there's certain characters in media I just don't like. I don't like his characters I don't want to see on screen. Stryker is one of them. Another example would be Mineta from My Hero Academia. A character I do not like as a character. I do not want to see on screen. And honestly, Mineta is one of the main reasons I have not watched My Hero Academia in a long time. I think it was season 4, I want to say, that I just didn't end up watching. I think yeah, because I think it was after season 3 that I stopped reacting to it, I want to say. Um, I think. I don't even know if I was reacting to. I don't think I was reacting to the whole thing. I think I reacted to like maybe a season. But then I stopped, and one of the reasons is I can't stand seeing Minetta on screen at any time. I had this like big rant at one point about it. And it's like it was just one of the things that like made me lose a lot of interest in the series. Um but you get the point. Um and I'm hoping I enjoy the song at least. I'm hoping like the song, the singing, all of that is good. The lyrical content. It's just I know it's going to like bug me when because Edward Bosco is part of this, so he's probably gonna be singing as Stryker, and I know for a fact that's gonna bother me. But we'll give it a shot, and if it comes down to it, we're just getting it off the list. So let's check this out and see what we have in store. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So this is something that I've seen with a lot of, like, fans of Stryker and a lot of people who just don't really seem to understand how to differentiate, like, their headcanons and their extrapolations of things from just what's said in the canon. In this song, it seems to be like pushing kind of this narrative about Stryker that I've heard other people talk about on the reasons behind why he does what he does and why he especially hates, you know, the wealthy elite and the higher ups of hell. The problem is the show doesn't actually give us anything for that. Like, he just hates the wealthy elite, and it's not really expanded upon any. And it comes across in the show as he's just, you know, like, hateful for the sake of being hateful. He also shows a lot of just generalized bigotry and whatnot, and it's like there's even a scene in one of the episodes where Blitz even points out that in one case, in one scenario, he was agreeing with the bigot. It's like, because that's all Stryker is. Like I said, I don't see him as a nuanced character. I don't see him as interesting, because I feel like he just doesn't have that. He's meant to just be a hateful, bigoted piece of shit who, on occasion, will try to manipulate someone, but that was kind of only in one appearance, and then it just kind of got thrown out. And then after that, he just, you know, became just an aggressive, angry, bigoted asshole. His first appearance, ironically, was his best, because there were hints of more to him there. Never was explored afterwards. And it really sucks. It really sucks because there's so much potential for more. But it just feels like there's not much else to it. And mind you, there's a certain realism to that because, like, in real life, a lot of bigots, like, don't have, like, nuanced reasons for being a bigoted asshole. They're just, terrible people. A lot of people like have this idea that like there's no such thing as like a just bad person, and that there's nuance in everything, and that's just not necessarily the case. And yeah, you can find an explanation to why someone is bigoted and everything, but that doesn't mean that there's nuance there. It just means that they have a reason. It doesn't mean that there's any like debate on like their moral standing or any kind of questioning over like their beliefs or ideals. Their beliefs and ideals can still be just absolute dog shit, hateful bigotry. Have no nuance to them whatsoever. Have no like semblance of um like moral questioning, I guess is a way to put it. They're just evil. There are people like that. Most people I would say are not. Most people I would say are more nuanced. But there are people who are just black or white, good or bad. It's that simple sometimes. Um, for example, I mean, just to get the easy examples out of the way, the likes of Genghis Khan, Adolf Hitler, Benito Mussolini, Donald Trump, etc. It's like those are people who are just pure evil. There is no sense of good to them. There is no nuance. They are slash were just terrible, atrocious, evil people. And it's honestly a lot harder to find, people who are just pure good, because that kind of goes against a lot of what humanity is. But it's just there are people who I think get closest to good, to pure good, and that would be the likes of like Mr. Rogers. People like that who are just that good of people, that genuinely nice and kind and helpful and caring and loving. It's like, but you don't see that super often, unfortunately. I wish we did, but we don't. The point I'm making with all of this, with this little bit of a ramble here, is that I Stryker is one of those characters who people like to push their headcanons onto to try and act like he has more nuance, to act like he's more of a, you know, interesting, well thought out character. But it's headcanon. And you get a bit of that with the lyrics of this song. Though the rest of the lyrics do tend to fit him in terms of his style, in terms of his um, ideals and everything. And it's just there is a bit there that seems to try to force this nuance on him that doesn't actually exist in the show. And a lot of these fan songs and fan stories and whatnot will do this. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Um, Part of what a fandom does is expanding on characters further than they're expanded on in the show to give them a little more intrigue and depth and character that they otherwise may not have. It's something that fans do because it allows us to connect with the characters more and feel more invested in them. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is when people try to act like that's just how the character is, when it's like, no, that's literally just a headcanon. And I see that way too often. I think that's why it bothers me here, because it's like this is the exact kind of like nuance that I see people try to act like Stryker has. Like they try to act like it's canon, and that annoys me because it's like, no, this is a head canon. This is your personal idea of what he could be. It's like, don't try to paint it off as if it's actually his character, because it's not. That's what irritates me, when people can't like differentiate between that. Honestly, like, the song itself was like well made. The pacing of it, the tune of it, the just general musicality. I don't know musical terms. Bear with me. It's like it was well made, and I can't say anything negative about Edward Bosco's performance here. It's just it's pretty entirely the subject material for me. I just really can't stand Stryker. Like, I'm not kidding you when I say he's one of my least favorite characters in the entire show. There's characters you're supposed to hate that I don't hate as much as him. Because at least those other characters have a little more to them and are more interesting. Are just, in my opinion, better written. Like Moxie's father. I'll give you an example. Crimson, no last name. Crimson, no last name, is an atrocious person. He is a terrible, terrible father and just a evil being. Right? And I still don't think I hate him as much as I do Stryker. Because while he's a terrible being, he's a well-written character. He has a lot more depth and intrigue and interest than Stryker does. And interestingly, the two ended up working together briefly, so that's fun, I guess. Um, but he is a much better written villain in my eyes. And I just feel like he overshadows the likes of Stryker. Hell, even Chaz, who I hate for different reasons, I like more than Stryker. Because with Chaz, it's just like, I just find him fucking annoying. It's like, I just hate him because he's fucking annoying. But he's better written than Stryker. I just don't like him because he irritates the shit out of me. But I still like him better than Stryker. And mind you, they're both like bottom of the barrel characters for me, but still. It's just, I just feel like Stryker is just not the best work from Vivzy Pop and Spindle, Horse, and the entire crew in terms of character design. And, well, the design's not bad, more of like the character writing. I just feel like they don't put as much effort into him as they do with like any other character practically. But maybe that's just me. And I'm sorry for like ranting about this and rambling about this. It's like there's not really much else to talk about with the song. It's like, oh, it sounded good. It was well made. It was a well-made song. It was the lyrics were good. I like the rattling in the background. That was a nice touch. It's like there's really not much to discuss. Because there wasn't even like a music video or anything. It's like the video was just basically a couple still screens just being moved around the screen a little bit. With the lyrics showing up. It's like, okay. Nothing really to talk about. If there was like a full music video kind of thing, there would be more to talk about. But, yeah. Either way, I think the song was good. I think the lyrics were good. I just do not like the subject material, and that does, unfortunately, affect my opinion on all of this. It's just like, I don't know, if it was like Angel Dust or something, or I know that's Has Been Hotel, not Hell of a Boss, but still. For Hell of a Boss, I guess. If it were like Verosica or Stolas, I guess. Or hell, the Cherubs. I would actually kind of dig a song about the Cherubs. If it were anything like that, like I would be more into hell. A Fizzy song, like, absolutely. Especially if they actually got Alex Brightman. But yeah, there's so many characters in Hell of a Boss that I would just much, much, much rather hear a song about. Like, I I feel like there's probably like the real reason you probably suggested this, requested it, Venom, was because, you know, Hell of a Boss fan content, and you thought like, oh, it's Paranoid DJ and it's a good song and everything. But it's like, I hate him. I don't keep that a secret. Either way, tell me in the comments below what you thought about In My Sights by Paranoid DJ. And thank you all so much for tuning in. And I want to make clear, real quick here before we end this off, when I have my donation rewards and everything, you can request anything, even if it's something that like typically doesn't seem like it'd be my kind of thing. It's like I specifically have my requests open to anything, any kind of YouTube video, any show, movie. If you want to request it, request it. And like, because you never know, I might end up liking it more than you would think, more than I would think. It's very possible. So, I I tend to be just entirely open to almost anything. There's like maybe a couple things I would be opposed to. But anyway, like I said, tell me your thoughts down below. And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.